Hello everybody, my name is Johan and welcome to my garden. In today's video I am going to show you how to take a pineapple like this and turn it easily into a pineapple like this. We buy pineapples all the time, and then what's the first thing we do? We break off this head and then we throw this part away. Well, don't do that. This will grow a new pineapple plant and it will make another fruit for you. How do we do that? Very simply. I'm going to quickly show you. If you have a look here, you'll see that there are these leaves that go in an upward motion, and then we have these little ones that are curling down. Okay, we have to remove a little bit of these ones here, like this. You just tear them off. About this much. That's perfect. So you want to expose the main core about this much. Okay? And then, very complicated. You take a glass of water or a container or something you have. I prefer glasses. I'll show you now why. And you just simply put this in there. You simply put it in the glass, like this. I prefer glasses because the leaves catch on the edge of the glass and it kind of helps the pineapple to stand upright. Now, what's going to happen is in about 10 to 14 days, it's going to grow roots. Here's one I did about 12 or 13 days ago. Now, if we look, we'll see there's these beautiful roots. Believe it or not, these roots, which took about 12 to 13 days to grow, is enough. This is all we need to regrow this pineapple. For the next part, we are simply going to take a pot with soil in it, make a little hole in the center and plant this pot in there. And then press the soil from the side. I like to press it from the side so we know that the roots are covered, like that. Press it down a little bit. Here you've got a pineapple plant that will grow. Literally speaking, that is as simple as it is. We do that with all the pineapples we buy, and I have quite a lot of them growing around the garden in various pots and containers. I've been doing it for quite a while. So here's a couple of things you have to know. The pineapple plant matures in around 2 to 3 years, and then it will make another pineapple for you. After that, the plant can bear another 2 to 3 pineapples before the plant is served its purpose and will naturally die. They can be grown in semi-shade or full sun. You can water them daily or weekly. They're very easy to keep. It makes a beautiful plant. It's fun to do this. It's quite an interesting process to see how it does. I'm going to show you now. I've got one that's already flowered and that is growing a pineapple. I want to quickly show you some examples of ones that have been growing in various stages. This one I planted about a year ago, I think, if I remember correctly. You can already see, if you compare this to one I just planted, you can see the difference in the two plants. Now, the big question is, why should you do this? Why not just buy your pineapples from the store all the time? Especially since you have to wait 2 to 3 years before you'll get a pineapple. A lot of people I speak to say to me, yeah, but we don't want to wait 2 to 3 years before we get a pineapple if we can just go buy it from the store. And that is a valid question. Ultimately, I cannot tell you why you should do it. I can only tell you why I do it. Number one, it's fun to do this. Really, it's fun. Number two, it's quite beautiful to see how this pineapple plant makes a new pineapple. Three, it's free. It's a beautiful addition to your garden, and you get free pineapples. The fourth reason we discovered after we harvested our first pineapple, it's probably the one that will convince you the most to keep doing this. About a year and a half ago, we had our first pineapple. We harvested it when it was nice and bright and yellow on the plant, and we ate it, and it was the most sweetest, most incredible tasting pineapple that any of us has had ever. Think about it. If you want a beautiful ripe pineapple in store, once it's ripe, it doesn't last that long before it goes, becomes overripe. So they basically harvest them green in the field. A pineapple that you allow to mature or to become ripe on the plant draws in all the sugars and all the nutrients from the plant while it's doing that process. It's still attached to the plant while it's ripening. And that's one of probably the main reasons why we're keeping to do it, is because we want that taste again. We want to experience that. All right, so over here, we've got one of our plants. This is actually the second pineapple that this plant is providing for us. What I love about this is that it's such a strange process. The fruit actually grows out the top of the plant. It just makes the stalk, and then the pineapple sits on top. We can already see this is going to be a beautiful pineapple, and there's the new crown busy forming over there. And it will take another, I think, month or two before this one will be ready. I will be putting some updates on my social media accounts. So what I didn't know is that each one of these little segments we see on a pineapple, you see it's got this little edge on it, okay, is a flower, and it's a little purple flower, and then these flowers all eventually, I don't know how, this is an incredible, interesting and strange fruit. They all come together and they form this one fruit that we can eat. And here you can see it a little bit better, how they're all busy closing up still. This one flowered a little while ago, and I took some videos and photos of it to show you the purple flowers so that you can have an idea of what they look like. The same process you just saw, I planted this from one that I broke off in the store, from a store-bought pineapple. It's now made 3 plants that's growing in the same pot that came from one, and this is already the second fruit getting from it. It's really fun. It just takes some time, but the best things in life takes time. It's a quick little video to show you that it's really easy and hassle-free to grow your own pineapples. It's a lot of fun. The kids love it. They love it when the new little pineapple comes out. They like to watch how it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and how it eventually becomes a pineapple. I encourage you, the next time you break one of the heads of a pineapple, don't throw it in the dustbin. Put it in some water. Within 10 to 14 days, you will get roots on there, plant it, and just see what happens. It will cost you nothing, a little pot with soil and just some time. Keep watering it, make sure it gets some sunlight. You'll get some really great tasting pineapples. Trust me on this. You will not believe it until you taste it yourself. Really great tasting pineapple. I hope you find this video helpful. If you have any questions about growing pineapples, please post them below. I will help where I can. If you found some value in this video, please consider subscribing and liking. It does help out the algorithm. Please feel free to share this video to somebody that you know loves pineapples, and so they can start growing their own pineapples. I thank you for watching this video. Until the next video, make your best life. In today's video, I am going to show you how very easy, and quite a lot of them growing around the ground. And look at this little one coming to say hello.